I've got attorneys Eric Guster and Bob Shaw. But first question in this whole moment where you hear on this mic, I killed them all, of course. Could that be used in court?
I believe it could.
Tell me why.
The question is whether he had the expectation of privacy in the restroom, and that's what they're going to argue. But he was mic'd up doing a documentary that was going into his life, that he was willingly giving statements and being interviewed over and over about these different issues. So I believe it's going to eventually get in.
Well,
as the letter sent to police after her murder, telling police where the victim was, saying this address, cadaver, was the only thing the note inside the letter said. But the addresses on the letter, the exact same block lettering, and the same misspelling of Beverly.
What do you do with this?
This is the type of case that we see all the time, where clients have just so much rope that they eventually hang themselves. He went to this interview, and I would have never allowed a client to do this. There is no way.
To do the documentary?
Never. Absolutely not, because that is essentially a police interrogation on tape, and you don't have the police rules intact. You don't have your lawyer who has to guide the questions, or the lawyer who can object to the questions. It's just him and a filmmaker asking him questions, and that is so much rope to hang himself, and he probably did.
Those two things alone, right then and there, is enough for a jury to convict him.
And the letter is damaging. It's horribly damaging.
I'm not a comparison expert, but you don't need to hire an expert to tell you.
Exactly.
And those are the type of details that get people either convicted or found not guilty, get them acquitted, because those small details are what a jury would look at and say, how could this happen but for this person doing this? That is what gets them convicted.
It's a lot of rope here.
Oh, yeah, and he shouldn't audition for How to Get Away with Murder. He could have done it, but he talked too much. And
he got too relaxed. Way too relaxed.
Eric and Bob, thank you very much. Miguel Marquez, thank you as well. Coming up next.